Hi, my name is María Fernanda Solano, and today I'm going to talk about art as a possibility for a dialogue in conflict resolution. Um, Today I'm going to talk about the Benin process. I choose the case of the Benin process because it is a paradigmatic example of the complex issues surrounding contest art and heritage assets. These objects represent a rich and vibrant culture that was loaded and dispersed as a result of colonial violence. Their absence has had a profound impact on Edo cultural identity, and the return to Benin will be an act of cultural justice and reconciliation. To understand the implication of this case, it is important to consider the theories of diversity and culture. And diversity refers to the variety of cultural groups that exist in the world. Culture, on the other hand, is the set of beliefs, values, practice, and customs shared by the members of a cultural group. In the case of Benin process, diversity is manifest in the richness and variety of the Edo culture, which dates back centuries and is characterized by its sophisticated craftsmanship, complex worldview, and rich oral traditions. Colonial violence, on the other hand, was a violation of cultural diversity. The looting of the Benin process was an act of aggression that deprived the Edo people and of an important part of the cultural heritage. The return of the Benin bronzes to Benin will be an act of cultural justice. Now I'm going to tell you about a little about the context of this piece of art, and the event that gave rise to the conflict in the case of the Benin process was the looting of the works by British colonial troops in 1997. The looting occurred in the context of the Second British War against Benin, a war that took place between the Kingdom of Benin and the British Empire. British troops looted the royal palace of Benin and taking with them a large quantity of works of art, including bronzes. The looting was an act of violence and destruction that had a devastating impact on the Kingdom of Benin. Now, the looting or alienation of artistic cultural heritage can have a negative impact on the cultural identity of a place. Works of art can be important symbols of a community's cultural identity. When removed from their countries of origin, they can lose their cultural significance and become mere curiosities of art objects. In the case of Benin bronzes, looting has a significant impact on the cultural identity of Benin's people. The bronzes are important symbols of the kingdom's history and culture, and their absence is a painful reminder of colonial violence. Now, returning the heritage to the countries of origin can be a way to resolve the conflict, and returning the artworks to their countries of origin can help restore the cultural significance and contribute to the preservation of the cultural identity of the original culture. In the case of the Benin bronzes, the return of the works has been a long-standing demand of the Benin government. In recent years, several European countries, including Germany, France, and the United Kingdom, have announced their intention to return the bronze of Benin. The return of the bronzes to Benin will be an important gesture of reparation and reconciliation. However, it is important to note that the return of heritage is not always possible or desirable. In some cases, the works or art may be endangered in the countries of origin. Now, heritage protection agents have an important role to play in resolving conflicts related to artistic and cultural heritage. These agencies can help protect heritage both in their home countries and abroad. In the case of Benin Bronzes, heritage protection agencies can help ensure that the works are returned to Benin safely and properly. They can also help Benin put in place that the necessary mechanisms to protect the works in their country of origin. Now, cultural appropriation can be observed when an asset is moved to another location, and cultural appropriation occurs when one culture adopts elements from another culture without the consent or recognition of the original culture. And cultural appropriation can generate multicultural practices in different ways. In some cases, cultural appropriation can lead to greater awareness and understanding of different cultures. For example, if a good from a foreign culture is displayed in a museum, it can help people to learn about the culture of origin. In the case of Benin bronzes, cultural appropriation has generated multiple practice in different ways. On the one hand, the bronze have helped generate greater awareness and understanding of the cultural of the Kingdom of Benin. On the other hand, the appropriation of the bronzes has also generated conflicts between Benin and the European countries that host them. In addition to the return of heritage to the countries of origin, there are other possible solutions to resolve conflicts related to artistic and cultural heritage. These solutions may be complementary to return or may be used in case where return is not possible or desirable. One possible solution is the loan of works of art to the countries of origin. The loan of works or of art can help ensure that the works are available to the general public, both in the countries of origin and in the countries of return. Another possible solution is the creation of museums or galleries in the countries of origin. And the creation of such museums or galleries can help protect the heritage in their countries of origin and make the works available to the general public. It is also possible to establish cooperation agreements between the countries of origin and the countries of restitution. These agreements may include the creation of student or researcher exchange programs or the holding of joint cultural events. In the case of the Benin bronzes, a possible solution will be to loan the works to the Benin for specific periods of time. This will allow the Benins to see the works in their country of origin and will help generate awareness of the culture on the Kingdom of Benin. Another possible solution will be the creation of a museum in Benin dedicated to this process, and this museum could help to protect these works in their country of origin and make them available to the general public. Finally, it's possible to establish a cooperating agreement between Benin and the European countries hosting the bronzes. This agreement could include the creation of a student researcher exchange or the holding of joint cultural events. The best solution to resolve a conflict of this nature will depend on the specific circumstances of the case. However, it's important to consider all possible solutions to find a solution that is fair and equitable to all parties involved. Finally, in conclusion, the Benin bronzes case highlights the complex and often continuous issues surrounding contest artists and heritage assets. The looting and dispersion of these sacred objects have caused deep cultural wounds, and the question of their return remains unresolved. Finding equitable solution that balance the interests of all parties will include the other people, the British museums, and the broader international community will require careful consideration and a commitment to cultural justice. Thank you very much.